What is meditation? What is awakening? What is meditation? What is awakening? The seer, the knower, disappears behind the scene. What does it mean? What does it mean if we say that the seer disappears in the background to allow the world to shine forth, to appear as what it is? We are in this world and we are experiencing it. What does it mean to experience it? To experience the world? Who is the experiencer? And if we understand this, we will reach the bottom of meditation and awakening. So, there is a form of dialogue between two people. And through dialogue, we discover the knower. So dialogue is the highest form of meditation. Whether you take the Upanishads, you will always find a dialogue between Sanat Kumar and Narad, Yagvalk or Janak, Satyakam and Upkoshal, or between Gautam and Satyakam. There's always this deep dialogue of what Brahm is. So, when the Vedas tell us that the knower and the process of knowing disappears behind the known. Let me repeat this. The knower and the process of knowing disappears behind the known. What does it mean? In the Veda, the known is the rishis, the structure of knowing is the devat. The chands hide or covers the knower and the process of knowing. So the knower are the rishis, the process of knowing, the structure of knowing are the devat, and the chand, that is what we experience, covers both the knower and the process of knowing. So, we should understand when we are doing meditation or we are seeking awakening that Sat, or the true is the knower in whom all the process of knowing and the known occurs. No one can deny that. But if the knower loses itself and starts identifying with the known, or for that matter with the process of knowing, like you have in Tantra and occult, it can never know itself. And that is why all this, the yogic practices, the occult practices, uh, practices an art of manipulating objects and doing various kriyas, and the means to tame and master the process, to achieve or to will, to manifest the known is pure nonsense. But this is very important. We are led like a sheep. By various stories that we read about the Buddha, about Vishwamitra, all sorts of yogis, gurus, teachers, masters. So, can you manifest your destiny? No, you cannot. Because the destiny are like the chandas. They hide the knower and the process of knowing. Have you ever thought who is willing your future? Let's, for example, put an apple and orange in front of you, and we ask you to decide what do you want. If you like oranges, you'll pick up oranges. If you like apple, you'll pick up apple. This is not a reasoned decision. It is an emotional decision. Choice and even reasoning has an underlying emotional content. In fact, all reasoning has an underlying emotional bias and prejudice. Everything that we do is shot through and through in bias and prejudice. I want to be enlightened. I want to attain moksha. Have you even thought ever that sitting under a tree, meditating about something, in a flash, you attain enlightenment and say, I am Buddha? It's pure nonsense. Just like Buddha says in his work that bathing or taking bath in Kumbh is not going to rid you of all your sins. In the same way, sitting under a tree or searching for enlightenment or going after all this is going to make you enlightened. That suffering is going to end. So no one ever attained Buddhahood. No one attained moksha. No one attained nirvana. Because the knower is ever-present reality and still inaccessible through any kriyas, any manipulation of mind or object, any yogic practice. Look around you. There's a huge, massive, enterprising festival happening. In Hindi, there's a word called mela. पूरा मेला लगा हुआ है, सब खुश, सब मुक्ति चाहते हैं. लेकिन कौन है जो मुक्ति चाहता है? आप कौन हो? So let's leave apple and orange in the side, and we put khichdi on one side, meat on one side, and liquor on one side. And we get two people to decide. Whom do you think, who's going to choose what? Let's leave that. Let's get two addicts who's addicted to some sort of substance because of substance abuse. And you give him two substances. What do you think they're going to choose? Apple or substance? You need food to survive, certainly. Who is deciding that I'll go for the liquor, I'll go for substance, I'll go for an orange? Now, let's go further. Let's get a Muslim, Christian, and a Hindu. And we put Quran, the Bible, and Gita. And we ask, so free will. Choose whichever book you want. What do you think they will choose? What is dictating their choice? So the Devat, between Devat and the Chand lies the mystery of language. So let me repeat once again. The knower, the seer disappears into the background to allow the world to shine forth and be. And in the Vedas, the knower are the rishis, the structure of knowing is the Devat, and the Chandas hide or cover the knower in the process of knowing. So we either lose ourselves in the Chand or we lose ourselves in the Devat, which is basically the unmanifest form of language. It structures our senses, organizes the world that we see. That is what we experience. Science tries to manipulate those objects and gives a very accurate description, consistent, cannot be doubted. Psychology, tantra, and all those things try to manipulate the inner, what we call the Devat, the inner structure of language. All kind of hypnosis, drugs, DMT, LSD, I don't know. People try a lot of ways by which they feel that they can access the Devat. They cannot. Only the knower can access the Devat. And the knower is not you. The knower is Brahm, and Brahm is experiencing itself through you. What you think you are is not different from that book there, that board there, that water bottle there, that tree outside, this room. So let's get back to asking once again, what is meditation? What is awakening? we have got ourselves trapped in these games. No matter how much you meditate, no matter how much you read about awakening and you practice all sort of yoga and other things, nothing is going to happen to you. That is why I gave that example that if you keep Quran, Bible and Gita and have three persons and ask them to choose, a Muslim will pick up the Quran, a Christian will pick up the Bible, and a Hindu or a yogi will pick up the Gita. What made them choose? Do they have a free will? Do you think they can manifest destinies? They can affect the world? They may cause wars, but they cannot even stop a war. So think about it. Think about all these things that you are taught, you have read, you're brought up within. What all the teachers have told you about yourself and the world. And why you choose or chose X over Y, or this teacher over that teacher, or this philosophy over that philosophy, this practice over that practice. You will get your answer. But when we say meditation or awakening, it is not you who is meditating. It is not you who is awakening. Only Brahm is experiencing itself through you. The whole universe, the Purna, the whole, the totality of things, everything, what is, that within which all this exists is experiencing itself through you. So what did the Rishi see? I have discussed that in the past episodes. You can go and listen to them. And you'll get the idea that what they spoke about. When you awaken, that is, it awakens. That is the difference between what is and that ceases. You know the secret of the Veda, that the knower are the rishis, the structure of knowing are the devat, and the chand hides and covers the knower and the process of knowing to let the world be. So when you become the rishis, you understand the structure, the devat, the process of knowing, the secret essence of language, and you understand the world very nicely. And you realize, apart from Brahm, everything else is just mere opinion. There is no truth in it. There is no one getting moksha, there is no one getting nirvana, no one attaining anything, no one manifesting anything. And still, the universe is manifesting itself. The Rishi is the knower. The structure of knowing is Devat, and the Chand hides the Devat and the Rishi so that you can see what is. We'll end it here and we'll continue later on.